Hi guys, and welcome back to Richoux on Demand. My name is Ashley, and thanks for stopping by our Urban Homestead. It is, what is today? May the 11th. It's my older sister's birthday. Actually, I should have known that. It's May the 11th, Wednesday. I decided to take off work today. You know, sometimes you just have those days where you want to take off work. I wanted to give y'all an update on the garden, as well as show you guys what we do down here in the deep south to prepare our garden for extended amount of rain. It may not be the way everyone does it. I'm sure it's not, but this is the way we do it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. When you're talking about the weather, it's really all a guessing game. Anyway, so we're projected to have 4 days of rain potentially on the forecast. However, it is extremely hot here already in May. It is in the high 80s during the day, and with the humidity, I'm sure it feels a lot hotter. So what we're gonna do, because everything needs water pretty much to survive the heat throughout the day, instead of doing a deep watering, which is what I would normally do, we're doing I call it a surface watering. It's pretty much letting the watering enough to where it'll penetrate the soil, but it may not saturate it fully, just kind of giving the plants a little boost to make it through essentially the hottest part of the day. And then this evening, and I'll film it for you guys if I remember, we'll come back out and we will treat those things that are susceptible to fungal diseases with copper fungicide, so that it can sit on the leaves and the foliage overnight, because we're not due to have any rain until tomorrow, and I think it's tomorrow afternoon, just to give that copper fungicide, you know, a helping hand. Anyway, before we do that, I want to show you guys my cucumbers. So this is my cucumbers. If you remember my garden tour, I let you guys know that I thought this was a bushing variety, but it is clearly a vining variety that is choking out this jalapeno plant. This jalapeno plant is setting blooms, and unfortunately I can't save it, so I'm just kind of gonna let it go, and if it produces fruit, that will be great, but if it doesn't, I know why. But the reason we are here is because of these. There's one there, and there's one there. We're gonna pick these right now, actually. This variety is really prickly. I've never grown it before. It's called the pickle bush variety. I'm gonna go grab some gloves, or at least a glove, because it is prickly. But that is called the pickle bush variety. I got those seeds from so I got those seeds from Botanical Interest, and no, I didn't. What am I talking about, y'all? I got those plants from a plant sale here locally, thinking they were, as the name implies, a bush variety. They are not. So we're gonna pick some, because with cucumbers, okra, and a couple other crops, you want to pick them young and often, just to promote new growth, as well as with with cucumbers. The longer they're on the vine, the more bitter they will get. So we're gonna pick these 3 that I can see. We have a couple more that Not quite ready, but these 3 are. While we're out here, this is our watermelon, one of them. It's the Tender Crunch Orange. We have fruit there. Hopefully you can see it. We have fruit on this side. There. I'm using my cucumber to point. And we have fruit. There. We also have our first flower on our eggplant, so that's exciting.
The one here too.
Then that's the second, because this one was here first. Everything's looking really nice. Our sunflowers are back there. Our sunflowers are pretty hands off once you get them up and going. Remember I told you guys about that taproot, so these plants aren't looking stressed at all. The new growth on them is vibrant and green, and we haven't had to do much. Looks like we're getting some jalapenos over there pretty soon. But yeah, we picked these 3 cucumbers.
What on fat?
Huh?
What on fat? He ate all the food up from the oven.
So these are gonna be washed and stored inside so I can get all the pricklies off of them. All those little black spots. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Wave to the world.
Wave to the
Wave
world.
to the world.
The world is.
The world.
Oh, hey. Oh, Lord, I'm looking like the. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Y'all, she crazy. So we got everything up front watered. We're gonna do.
Suck it down.
They're gonna need water. We're gonna water the green stalks. We're gonna go in the back and try to hit the tomatoes really quick, not much. Everything else should be fine. We're just gonna water everything, but I'm taking these aside. Really quick, y'all. My mom has been waiting patiently for one of these tomatoes to be ripe. So we're gonna take her one. This is the Berry's Crazy Cherry. I had one yesterday. Amazing. So we're gonna take it to her. Anyway. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
All right, guys. Rare instance where you're gonna see Mom. She's eating her first Berry's Crazy Cherry tomato. Delicious.
Very good. Delicious.
And we grew.
We grew it.
Delicious.
Anyway, y'all. All right. Pickles are inside. Pickles, y'all. You swear I don't eat anything other than pickles. Babe, did you get the green stalk? No, I see it. What? Nothing. I have the best husband ever, y'all. Anyway, just going back here. Y'all want to know a fun fact? Before I started gardening, I was deathly terrified of lizards and frogs. I still don't love them, but I can tolerate them. I know they are very beneficial to the garden. So we just agreed to coexist. Me and lizards and frogs. Y'all. It's gonna be so many tomatoes. I wanted to show you guys something. This is blossom end rot. It's rotten on the bottom where the blossom of the plant would have been. That happens usually due to a lack of calcium, a calcium deficiency rather, in your soil, and that can manifest itself even if there isn't a lack of calcium in your garden. It can manifest itself due to inconsistent watering or an actual calcium deficiency. Hey girls. So because of that, I had Keith come out here and while I was working one day and mix up powdered milk, water it down, and pour about a cup's worth at the base of each tomato plant, just to add calcium to the soil in the event that it is a calcium deficiency. I don't think it's due to inconsistent watering, but it could have been. So that's why we're being really diligent about it now, and just trying our best to be on top of watering and fertilizing, things like that. Thank you, honey. I wanted to show you guys something. So these are our onions. I hope y'all can hear me because I'm filming on Keith's phone. These are our onions. And if you remember, if you've been here for a while, we moved in the middle of onion growing season. So we have some bulbs there, but they are big and they are already mostly all fallen over. Normally when that happens, that means that your onion is not gonna grow anymore. It's done growing. We haven't had any try to grow flower heads, which is great. But unfortunately, that means that this is going to be our onion harvest, and I'm grateful that we're able to harvest any, even if all we can do is chop them up and freeze them or freeze dry them for homemade onion powder, things like that. As my husband said, it's better than growing just green onion. Onions and garlic are a little finicky, especially here in the South. Especially garlic. We don't have a ton of chill hours. But you know, c'est la vie. We had to move, and it wasn't ideal. We made the best of it. When we pull these onions out, I'm gonna try to think of something fast growing that I can plant in this bed, just because I don't want it to go to waste, even though our intention is to be moved into our new house. More on that in another video in a few months. So I really want to plant something that's gonna come up and grow and produce 45-ish, 60 days or less, which means it'll probably be those round zucchini plants or those patty pan zucchini plants. Those are pretty short growing, short days to maturity plants, and we can use all the help with squash that we can get. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna end this right here, and then I'll come back later on this evening and show y'all just quickly how we spray our plants with the copper fungicide. It's really simple, but I want to show you guys because it's really important. And in the South, where it is really humid and it rains a bunch, you know, fungal diseases, pests as well, but fungal disease is like the #1 decimator of gardens. So if you're gardening in the deep South or anywhere else where it's really humid and it rains a lot, it's kind of muggy, it doesn't really dry out, you don't really get that dry heat spell. I just want to show you how we manage that.